Alright, here it is. Today's victim. 2007 Chevy Express van. Got a different year engine in it. It doesn't really make any difference for what we're doing today. So, let's see what we got. It runs bad.
Hello, Sam from Tow Hut here today. Any equipment you see used in our videos is available for sale on our website or with a quick message to me. Today we have a diagnostics video. Doesn't really end up the way it looks in the beginning, so I thought I'd bring you guys along for the ride. Stay tuned.
Alright, here it is. Today's victim. 2007 Chevy Express van. Got a different year engine in it. It doesn't really make any difference for what we're doing today. So, let's see what we got. It runs bad. So the first thing I've done is I plugged up my auto here. And I got the engine cover off. I've done a couple of tests already on it. Thought I'd bring you guys along, show you what I got here. So bear with me a minute here while I get you set up. Yep, that's the right mileage. 337,510 miles. We have done some work on this vehicle previously. Came in running bad, and the exhaust manifolds were rotted out in it. And so we decided to attack it from that point of view first. So let's get our auto plugged in here.
Alright, so my camera's not cooperating with me. It's pretty bright out. So here's the screenshot from the auto. This is the 4 codes that I've got before I start my diagnosis. I have a P0101, which is a mass airflow sensor performance code. I have a P0300, engine misfire detected, a EVAP large leak detected, and a heated oxygen sensor performance code. The mass airflow sensor code was not there originally. As a kind of a diagnostic strategy, I guess you may say, is as bad as this was running, I unplugged the mass airflow sensor. So in my opinion, I did not check this for codes before I unplugged it. So I'm not going to put a whole lot of weight into the mass airflow sensor code. So we got the P0300. Obviously that's just not really a good direction. It's a symptom as far as I'm concerned instead of a cause. So we know we got it. I kind of expected it as bad as it's running. The large leak detected code, again, I'm probably not going to put a whole lot of weight into that based on how bad this thing's running. And then a P2A04 heated oxygen sensor performance bank 2 sensor 2. I don't know. I guess I'm probably not going to put a whole lot of weight into that one either. So we've got 3 codes. These are the only 3 codes in the powertrain control module. Yeah, so it doesn't really give me any direction. So I've kind of decided right from the get-go that I'm going to start scrolling through some data list and looking for what I call odd man out. So I'm going to do a key on engine off, just kind of scan through the data list.
Alright, so one of the first things I notice, just kind of scrolling through the data list, is that it's a key on engine off situation, and my map sensor PSI and my barrel pressure PSI do not agree. And I know they don't always agree perfectly, but one says 12.91 psi and the other one says 6.96 psi. I do have a code for the map sensor. I'm sure it's because I had it unplugged to do some testing. It was not there previously. I do have a mass airflow sensor code and an oxygen sensor heater code. It's an oxygen sensor performance code. and the random misfire code. So I kind of decided I was going to go after this map sensor problem first. I did confirm that I have 5 volts and a ground at the map sensor. So I'm going to go get a map sensor for it, put the map sensor in, and we'll retest it when I'm done there. Okay, the replacement map sensor, key on, engine off, 14.36 psi, and baro is 14.21. That's a lot closer to me, so let's go ahead and see how she runs now. I'm going to do a fuel time reset just before I start it up to clean it up. So we're going to go into special functions, and we're going to do a fuel term reset. And we're just going to hit reset. Escape. Escape. Let's go back into some data, engine live data. Engine data 1. Go ahead and start it. So our map sensor with it running is showing about 5 psi, and before it was about 1.2 psi with it running. It was actually all over the place. So for today with this car, I'm going to release it to the customer, let him drive it a little more, and see if he has any more complaints after a while. So I'm going to put in a map sensor and deliver it today. So I'll let you know if there's anything else comes up on it.
I should have known better. I'm recording a diagnostics video, and everything worked just like it was supposed to. Until I decided to put the engine cover on. Now, I left the vehicle running as I was putting the engine cover on, and as I'm pushing the engine cover on, the engine stalls. So I knew right away I missed something. So let's go see what I missed. Can you see what I did? Yes, I did it. To appease all the naysayers out there, I decided to back probe this sensor. I should have known better. When I back probed the sensor, the voltage worked, and when I pierced the wire, I had 0 volts. I had moved it around a little bit then. I gave it the good old Keith DeFazio tug, and sure enough, I broke the wire. So unfortunately, I did not have the camera going at this point. I'd already put the camera away for the day, but I fixed this wire using the terminal that was there, and it took care of the problem. Once I was done with it, I installed the original map sensor, and the map and baro was over a volt difference. It was an aftermarket sensor. I don't know what brand it was. It didn't have a brand on it. And when I plugged in the AC Delco sensor that I had purchased, it was about 0.3 of a volt apart. So I decided to leave the AC Delco sensor in it. I don't think that was part of the problem. Obviously, I believe this wire was the whole problem. We had fixed another wire on this map sensor. It was actually for the ground. Originally, I had thought that that was the problem. The ground was, and it was broken to almost the exact same place as this one, right at the white connector, like it had been bent. So we did shorten it, we did solder it and shrink wrap it, and the problem is fixed now. So I thought I'd bring you along. I originally wasn't going to publish this part because it seemed like such a simple fix, but I didn't think it was doing it any justice for not doing it. And you'll also notice in the picture I have 2 piercers plugged in, and it was mostly because I had plugged in the one from AES Wave, and I don't use that one very often, and I wasn't confident that I had actually pierced the wire. So I went and got the one that I'm used to and plugged it in, and sure enough, the voltage was 0 volts there. So just so you know, the back probe is what bit me. Nothing else. It was the back probe. If I would have pierced that wire 2 inches out like I normally would have, I would have found it right away. So thanks for watching. So please subscribe to the channel. You can follow us on Facebook, our website. Just let us know. We tried to answer any questions, reply to any comments you may have. Have a great day. Please subscribe to the channel. Hit the bell if you want to be notified as we release new videos. Thanks. Okay, a little bit of bonus footage here. So I wanted to go over a couple things with here real quick. So first of all, the GM vehicles do not use a baro sensor. If you look it up in the service information, it measures the baro based on the map sensor when the key is originally turned to the on position. So it just takes a quick voltage of it when the key is turned on. So that's kind of why I went after the map sensor, because I knew that going in. So another thing with the map sensor, I just threw in some information on the map sensor here. And then the schematic is a simple 3-wire. It's got a 5-volt in, it's got a ground, and then the signal out. So the signal out is where I was concentrating my efforts. I did have the 5 volts in. I did have a ground problem in the beginning. I fixed that. So like I say, it's simple 3-wire system. And then, like I said in the video, the back probe is what bit me. So again, thanks for watching. Hope this helps somebody. Have a great day.